In Minneapolis, Minnesota, there is a place with over 100 years of music education. MacPhail Center for Music was founded in 1907. It focuses on community education and outreach. We visited their partnerships with local schools. We've seen their innovative early childhood programs. There is a group MacPhail serves that is sometimes too easily forgotten, a group too often pushed aside. It is our elderly. In September 2014, MacPhail partnered with a very special chorus, one that gives voice to those who are struggling against Alzheimer's and dementia.
Sopranos, I know you're good. So we're going to add the soprano, alto, and all together for page 1.
Giving Voice Chorus is a music experience unlike any other. Membered by those with Alzheimer's and their caregivers, this chorus utilizes the scientifically proven power of music as a therapy against memory loss.
Giving voice is a spark in the darkness. Singing is something that people with Alzheimer's can do throughout the whole disease until the very end, and so it's a chance to stay connected. The music returns them to the people they were before the diagnosis, and the choir allows them to redefine themselves again as a really important part of this community.
And they said, if you're going to do a choir, a chorus, it should be fun, it should be joyful, and we should have a goal. We should do a performance.
Co-founders Mary and Marge decided to create an original type art therapy. They have both experienced the loss that Alzheimer's causes families.
Marge was dealing with her mom's Alzheimer's, and my father had passed away from it. And we said, well, what could we do? And so we started to explore this whole kind of evolving area of Alzheimer's and arts.
We wanted to do this. We wanted to try this. And we put it out there. We said, this is our idea. What do you think?
A partnership with MacPhail gave them the resources the chorus needed to thrive.
I think that Mary and Marge saw an opportunity here not only to create a localized Alzheimer's-based chorus, but really a path to take this out as a template that could be used across the country.
The results are amazing. People who had lost much of their ability to speak or recognize their loved ones are invigorated by music.
People with Alzheimer's brains are boosted by singing music or singing familiar songs, and so all of a sudden they have more confidence. They are able to remember things that they didn't remember before they sang.
People have said to me, nobody expects anything out of us. And they come here and Jeannie says, you can do this. You can sing this part.
There's so many songs, not enough time. Right?
At the helm is Jeannie. As director, she has a special talent for bringing out the best in her chorus, as musicians and as people.
No one does it like Jeannie does it. With the joy and the fun, they come out of these rehearsals and they feel rejuvenated. They feel alive.
Community. I'm from a small community, and that's what drives me. I don't know who has Alzheimer's and who doesn't. Just, we start to sing and we're all there. Every session is something happens. We have a wow moment. I call it words of wisdom. And there's that feeling of value and purpose and importance, and they're open for the present moment for anything to happen.
It's not just the breakthroughs and the joy that make this team so special. It is a place where lifelong couples, like Tom and Julie Allen, can be husband and wife again.
At some point, I invited a girl to the fall festival, the dance, and Julie let it be known through another flute player friend that she was interested in me. She didn't actually say it to me. So I dumped the other girl and invited Julie instead. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, you couldn't decide which one.
That was both of our first dates. And so I was 16 and Julie was 15, and
we've been there forever.
First dates.
Tom and Julie have shared music through the decades. After Julie's Alzheimer's diagnosis, Tom became her caregiver. Julie was unable to continue with her church choir and the singing she loves so much. That's where Giving Voice came in, for both of them.
It is a very difficult disease and experience because people are afraid of losing the big parts of themselves, who they are as individuals. When someone gets a diagnosis of Alzheimer's, what starts to happen pretty quickly is that one of you becomes the caregiver and the other one becomes the person with Alzheimer's. And the chorus at this point is one of the few places where we can still be husband and wife. And it's not about being a caregiver and a person with a diagnosis.
I'd like to do this forever. It's a wonderful place, and it's not scary, and it's fun. It's a whole different thing when I'm singing, and it just comes right in here.
Giving Voice Chorus continues to grow. Media attention helped them sell out their inaugural concert.
We started getting attention from the press. And what ended up happening is the demand for tickets suddenly grew, and people came out of the concert and said to me, "This was the best concert I've ever been to." And I said, "Well, tell me more." And they said, "It was so real. These are real people singing." And it was so touching to the different people that I talked to.
The very first time the choir sang last fall, I wept because I felt like I was doing something to honor both my parents. My mom's musical talent, my father's love of music, and his long journey through Alzheimer's. For me, this choir is all of that rolled together.
The chorus performed for a crowd of 1,000 at MacPhail's annual banquet soon thereafter.
After that, we're going to take a look at a new partnership innovation, and it's called Giving Voice Chorus, and I think you're going to love it.
Yes, Giving Voice Chorus lives up to its name. It gives voice to memory loss, to the people struggling against it, and to their caregivers and their community. When we take the time to listen, we can learn so much, learn about each other, and learn about ourselves.
You know, at some point you think, I know what music means to me. It now means many different things.
They teach me to stay in the present. So they teach me how to be a better human being.
Life to the Max is brought to you by LifeTouch, photography for a lifetime.